fumbles it again, he might be even further in the doghouse now. As you see Curry take one right up the middle, and that's what Aldershot needs to do. Take that football, hand it in the breadbasket of your running back, go straight ahead, pick up 5 yards, get yourself a 2nd and 5.
Exactly. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You're up 19-7 in the first half. How'd you do it? Running the ball. The passes weren't working. You were running the ball very, very effectively. There's no reason why it's not going to work in the second half. It's a perfect example right there. Gobble up a good 6 yards. Now you got a good shot at first down on second down.
They go play action, and nearly a live ball there.
Gotta be
dangerous
careful.
Play. Hadley unable to catch that football. A bit awkward for him.
A lot of incompletes.
That does bring up 3rd and 6 punt situation for the Lions. Going to bring out the punt team here.
And it's tough on the quarterback. When you have one incompletion after another, you start to lose faith in your receivers. Every time you drop back and you say, I'm going to throw this ball, are you going to catch it? Do you have faith in your receivers? And that's a tough thing. You got to have faith in your receivers. And I don't know if it's there right now. So I think that's why they're trying a little bit of the trickery.
Well, that's one of the hardest things. I mean, you still have to throw them the football. You've got to. I mean, there comes a point where, that ball's got to get where it goes. They try this onside punt. They had a couple of players onside. And going up to get it is the Badger. He's got it. That's a live ball. He's eligible to recover it. He was behind the punter on the kick. You notice 3 guys lined up behind the punter. He's eligible to return it just as the punter is, but they blew that dead as a short punt. The referee blew it dead. It was a short punt. They'll blow it dead if it's dangerous.
Oh, buddy.
Now that's a great play by the Badger to go get it.
Great play by the punter, too.
Let's listen in and see what. Ball was blown dead on the way down for safety reasons. It's first down, Central Trojans. But a great idea and a great job of understanding the rule book for head coach Aaron Bates. I mean, you try that onside punt, any player, even you can also do it on second down. It's called a quick kick.
Yeah.
Your running backs behind the quarterback are eligible. The quarterback takes a short shotgun snap, kicks the ball. The defense isn't sure what's going on. Your 2 running backs are eligible to recover that football.
And for them to call that an unsafe kick, it's going to be. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a short kick, but I mean, a reminder here that next Friday, October 11th at 7 p.m., we've got the Pearson Patriots taking on the Robert Bateman Wild right here live on the new TV Kojiko in HD on channel 700.
Yeah, getting back to what I was saying, it's hard strategically to run that play because there's pretty much a good chance that's going to get called back all the time because you're in such a short area, a short window of opportunity to retrieve that ball. So really, how are you supposed to escape that unsafe play? It's not the easiest play in the world to accomplish.
No, it's very difficult to get that ball to drop into the right spot, and I mean, it's rare that you see that blown dead. I mean, I haven't seen that very often. That player isn't eligible to be hit. The returner can't be hit. But the onside player is allowed to go up and attack the football and take the football. So he doesn't have the benefit of the 5-yard halo, but he can't be hit. Simianic bouncing off tacklers and getting outside. Finally dragged down by 2 defenders inside the 20. Ben Simianic making things happen. He's got to be up over 100 yards now.
Yeah, and it took 2 guys, Parker Dunn and Badger, to get Simianic down. And that's it. I think he's taken over this game, Adam, because nobody wants to tackle him, and he doesn't want to be tackled. And he's running as hard as you can go. Here he is. He's just throwing guys around. There it is, 2 guys to take him down.
He bounces off players at the line of scrimmage, gets himself outside, and he's got the speed to run away from some players, and he's got the size to make you pay at the end of the run.
I was just going to say that. Speed and size.
He just showed an extra gear there, beating Robert Murray to the inside, the corner coming up to turn him back in. He does so, but it almost looked like Simianic was jogging early and then turned it up into a second gear. Watch him burst through the hole here.
Yeah, here it is. Great blocking again. Great lead block. Good blocking by the receivers, number 28, Parker Willis. That's exactly what you want. You want your receivers to help out in the blocking. And Simianic, like we said, he's just tough to bring down.
going to be a penalty on Aldershot, unnecessary roughness for piling on. That brings the ball down inside the 5. It looks like it's at the 1 yard line. This is going to be big trouble for the Aldershot Lions.
I think Burlington Central coach Kent Burns pulled Semyonuk aside at half and said, listen, kid, I need you in this second half. I want you to get that ball and run it down the throats of Aldershot, and he is doing just that.
Touchdown, Central Trojans. 7-point lead now for Burlington Central.
Tyler Monrad with the touchdown. Smart play. Hammer Semyonuk the whole way. Defense is thinking it's got to be going to Semyonuk, and it doesn't. It goes to Monrad. Great plunge up the middle. Ooh, that was close. Got hustled by Aldershot, but just got in there.
Now that's one of those plays that I'm always a bit skeptical about. You've got a guy who's taking you all the way down the field. I know the defense is going to key on him. They've been keying on him the whole second half. They can't stop him. And you're going to hand the ball to a guy who's cold now, hasn't touched the ball in a couple of quarters. It's always dangerous in the goal line to do something like that. I'm a big believer in just give it to your horse and keep pounding the rock right into the end zone. But hey.
Like you said in the first half too, you want to get the defense guessing too. You hammer them with one guy, and then like they were doing the play action bootlegs in the first half. Well, Aldershot was doing it more. Yeah, but I agree with you, Adam. You want to give it to your horse. Let him get into the end zone for his 3rd touchdown. It's pretty much guaranteed the way he's running right now. Get the points on the board. 27-19 right now, Burlington Central. That's now 20 unanswered points right now in the second half. All in the 3rd quarter, actually. Aldershot just can't get anything going on offense.
And that was the final play of the 3rd quarter. A 1-yard touchdown run by Tyler Monrad. 20 unanswered in the 3rd quarter for the Central Trojans. And now, if you're Aaron Bates, you've got to go for 2. If you score another touchdown, you have to go for 2.
Now you have no choice.
So we're going to open the 4th quarter with the Trojans leading the Lions 27-19. Kickoff sidewinder, and
live ball.
It's on the ground. It is recovered by the Lions.
You know, we thought weather was going to play a huge role in this game. Clouds are rolling in, chance of thunderstorms going on. We thought this is could be a sloppy game. The field's going to be wet, rain's going to be coming down, the ball's going to be all over the place. But it's turned out to be a great night, very controlled, nothing too crazy out there. And it's been a fun game so far.
Yeah, we've been really fortunate that the weather's held off for us. This is 2 weeks in a row where it's been calling for thunderstorms. And we've been fortunate. The Nelson-Notre Dame game 2 weeks ago, it was calling for thunderstorms. It held off. We had a great night, great football game, and a barn burner. 20-0 Notre Dame in the 1st quarter, ends up 49-23 Nelson. Here, again, we had a barn burner. It was 19-7 for the Lions early, and now it's 27-19 for the Trojans.
Or the first game, Hemmant Robinson versus Assumption. It felt like we were in January calling that game up in this booth. I couldn't feel my fingers.
Timeout.
But tonight's been a great night, and a lot of people in the stadium, and Friday night football.
It doesn't get any better than this. We got a timeout called by Burlington Central. Aldershot's got the ball 1st and 10 on their 42. And they need to get back to bread and butter. They need to run the football. They need to get what was working in the first half back working in the second half. Stephen Hadley, pitch it to the right. Get Stephen Hadley out of the backfield. Get him into some space. He's got some speed. He's got some shake and bake to him. Get him the ball in space. Let him get an opportunity to make a play for you.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of Stephen Hadley. We've seen a lot more of Nate Curry lately. But like I said on the previous drive, I like to see Badger get involved in this game a little bit more on offense. Send him on an end around. Do whatever you have to do to get the ball in his hands. Run a quick slant.
Wide receiver screen. Love that play. Get the ball in your playmaker's hands early. They run play action. It's naked. Coming out to the near side. And tackled after a 3-yard.
Great player. for Burlington Central on the defensive side of the ball, making tackles all over the field. Great, great player.
Gotta love a defender who flies to the football in every play, regardless of what sideline it's headed to.
Especially a defensive back that wants to tackle. Those guys are so valuable.
So 2nd and 7 for the Lions. Split back formation. They hand it to Hadley. Hadley's tripped up and stymied, maybe a yard on the play. Gonna be 3rd and 6 for the Lions. And now it's decision time. And it doesn't look like it's much of a decision for head coach Aaron Bates. They're bringing out the punt unit. Ball on their own 46-yard line. They're going to kick the ball away and rely on their defense and maybe hope they can force a turnover. Time is now their enemy. We're just over 10 minutes to play in the 4th.
Yeah, that was big. Joe Burkus and Luke Bolchak, both D tackles, number 62 and 51. Look at these kids in the middle. They're just plugging everything up.
Punt formation. No one onside for this punt. Ball's up and away. Fielded by Collier. Gets about 6 on the return, out to the 41. And this is where the bulk of this game's been played, between the 40s, as you mentioned earlier, but there have been some scoring drives, although it's been back and forth. Lots of play between each 40.
Yeah, it's been pretty controlled, but a couple big runs by Simianek, and that's how the field position changes. You need that one big run, and that's one thing we actually haven't seen from Aldershot. As effectively as they've been running it, we haven't seen that big 30, 40-yarder at them, and that's kind of been the difference in the game right now.
Well, the difference at the half was their big 44-yard touchdown catch for Aaron Smith, and they have been unable to get him involved positively in the second half. He's fumbled twice. Once it was recovered by the Trojans. The other time he managed to recover it himself on a reverse on a kickoff return. The Trojans just go full house, just left of center, up the middle, pick up 3 on first down, brings up 2nd and 7 from the 45. Little over 9 minutes to play in the 4th quarter, and Central looking to kill some clock here. They hand it to Simianek. Off left tackle, and he's going to be...
I think he got it.
Yeah, it looks like it. He's just got enough for the first down, out to the 53. Simianek, a powerhouse. I mean, if you don't make contact with him 2 yards short of the first down, you're not going to stop him from getting the first down.
And you know what? The beauty of this run was there was already defenders in the backfield. So the blocking didn't help out that much, but still he was able to use his speed to get around the edge, gain huge yards, eat up a lot of clock, first down, and you know where they're going right now. Back to the horse.
Simianek to the right side, cuts in. Still falls forward. Thought he was going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. I think he's still got 2 or 3 yards on the carry.
What you want to see Aldershot do right now is, because he's such a load to bring down, go for that ball. See if you can strip it. The ball's probably a little slick right now. See if you can strip something out of there, get possession back, but it's going to be tough. He's a strong boy. Simianek, he's running hard right now, and he's got all the confidence in the world.
Ben Simianek, well over 100 yards for this game, 2 rushing touchdowns. The Central Trojans have been riding their Trojan horse in Ben Simianek. Offside on the play there. Just about the entire offense except for the center went.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something, that's one of the reasons that Aldershot went offside so many times near the end of the first half. Central started going on 2.
Yeah.
It's as easy as that. You got to watch the football, be disciplined. All you have to do is watch the football. You can't go until the football moves. It drives me so crazy when players jump offside because someone yelled a noise. He yelled loudly, so you ran.
It's true. It's not your job as a defender to listen
defense,
to the cadence.
5-yard
it's your
penalty,
job to watch the ball and move on snap. You're coached that in practice. You probably do it over and over and over again in practice. There's no reason to make the mistake during the game, and it drives the coaches absolutely wild.
Now we've got a problem with the chain gang again. Referee's having to set the chain. The side judge moved it back. Hopefully he's at the proper yard marker. Breaking a tackle is Kukta and getting the first down. That 5-yard penalty made it a 2nd and 2. Kukta got 7 on the carry.
And I'm surprised they haven't used Kukta's athleticism a little bit more, because the kid's got some wheels here, and he showed it on this little bootleg.
Nice little cutback there.
Yeah, beautiful. Great hustle to get the first down.
So first down Trojans at the 39. They're moving the football. 6:45 to play in the 4th quarter. They're trying to milk this clock and extend the lead. There's Simianic spinning off contact, picking up 5 yards on first down. Looks like 4. It's going to be 2nd and 6. But this is exactly what the Trojans want to do. Control the football, control the clock, pound that defense into submission. You've got an 8-point lead. Try to build on it. And even if you can't build on it, you're draining the clock and you're sapping the momentum from this Aldershot squad. And remember, with the depth of these rosters, a lot of these guys on Aldershot defense are going to have to turn around and come back on offense.
Yeah, and the D-line for Aldershot's really suffering right now. Phil Milutinovic saw him huge part first half. Josh Smart, another D tackle. These guys are just wearing down, and that's what happens when you have a big back like Simianic just constantly pounding on you.
And caught in the backfield for a sack and a 7-yard loss is Kukta. He tried to get rid of it at the last second, but ruled in the grass by head referee Murray Drinkwalter.
Yeah, and on this play, Kukta, you got to take care of the ball. Your ball protection is your #1 priority right now. Do not have it wailing around like that. Coach got to remind him, we are in the lead. Turnovers will hurt us. Hold on to that ball. If it's a broken play, scoop it in, take the sack, move on to the next play. There's no rush right now. And it's good. Keep the possession. Let the clock keep rolling.
Now he was just trying to avoid the sack on that play, but dangerously keeping the ball out. Now the down marker is 3. They're going for it with split backs, play action. Looking deep, has him in and went just over the extended arms of John Badger. Fortunately for Badger, it was out of the reach of the Trojan receiver as well. And we've got an injury on the field. It looks like number 28, Parker Willis, down, clutching his calf.
Yeah, and here's the play again. Here, Kukta, he's got a big arm, and they're sending him deep. Just, it seems like Aldershot's defense is aware of when they want to go deep, and they're pretty much all over it.
It looks like it's a cramp. It was not a contact injury. I mean, you saw in the replay that Willis, after the ball had hit the ground, he took a couple of strides jogging and then just went down as if he was shot. It looks like a calf cramp. That's generally what happens. He's stretching it out right now and getting it massaged out by the athletic therapist. So
yeah, you go to plant that foot. The field might be a little bit wet. Maybe had a little slide there, little pulled calf. Hopefully he's okay.
So a big play here, a big break for Aldershot. They're going to take possession at their own 45.
This injury is a good chance for them to regroup, get settled in. They're all huddling at the middle of the field together, trying to get a good vibe from each other. Like, hey guys, come on, like, we're in this game. We're only down by 8 points. Let's settle down. There's 5 minutes left in the game. Let's get a quick score here. Get the ball back. Play strong on defense. And you never know what can happen.
1-score football game. If you're Aldershot, you get this ball in the end zone, you get a 2-point convert. You're tied, you're ready to go to overtime. Actually, there is no overtime. We'll have a tie.
We'll have a tie.
So Lions, 1st and 10 from the 45. Under center, dropping back, looking deep, has a man in the seam, caught, and down at the 37-yard line is number 13, Tyler Brewer. We saw earlier Slagter hitting Smith in the seam, and very similar play to that play at the end of the first half. This time, it was Tyler Brewer getting open.
Slagter's got an arm. Tyler Brewer gets open. He's a little speedster. Him and Badger are great weapons on at wide out. This is what they need to do, toss the ball around. And Slagter's got the arm. He's got the time back there. His O-line's playing great, giving him a lot of protection. Let's see if they go to the air again.
1st and 10 at the 38. Inside 4 minutes to play. Aldershot driving.
Badgers in motion.
They toss it out to the right. It's Hadley. Hadley gets outside. Still going. He's down inside the 30, awfully close to a first down. It's going to depend on where they spot it. Looks like he's going to be a yard short. Going to bring up 2nd and 1. A very short one, but this is what we wanted to see in the second half. Run the ladder.
And it's tough for Burlington when you have 2 split backs like that in Hadley and Curry. You don't know which way they're going because they're both similar running backs. So it's really keeping the defense on their toes, guessing on which way they're going. And once they're going that way, only half the squad is going with them. So it's tough to get a good tackle on them.
Back looking to pass, looking for the Badger. He's got him, sliding catch. He makes it inbounds inside the 10-yard line, and Aldershot is knocking on the door.
Coming right back at Burlington. Give them a lot of credit. They were down and out in this second half, but this last drive has been absolutely perfect. And give Slagter a lot of credit. This guy's throwing darts out there.
And
perfect pass.
To his credit, to the sideline where only Badger can get it. That pass was a very safe pass.
And now his receivers are catching the ball. Slagter is more confident. His receivers are catching the ball. They're more confident. Running crisp routes, getting open. It's exactly how you have to run the offense.
We've got 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. First play inside 3 minutes. Play is blown in and the clock will wind.
But if you're Aldershot, you still want to get this going quick because if you fail on the 2-point conversion, you need to get the ball back. And if Burlington were to recover the onside kick, you got to get a stop to get the ball back.
I don't even know if it's onside kick time. If you can get a stop on defense, you're going to get good field position. They run the bootleg again. Slagter, nowhere to go. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Good defensive pursuit there by the Trojans.
Yeah, great play. Good idea. I like the play call and the play action. D-line really stepped up on that. Number 52, Dylan Hilson. Great tackle.
Joe Burke's in on the tackle too. Big defensive end, getting a good push and not being fooled on the bootleg. He was really the key to that play, keeping Slagter inside the pocket.
And one thing I noticed is the tackling. You don't see a lot of missed tackles. Like these guys are really wrapping up and bringing the offense to the ground.
Shotgun formation, split backs. Pass is batted down at the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring down 3rd and goal from the 8. Great play by the defensive line batting this ball.
Yeah, get your hands up. Actually, it didn't look like anybody batted it. It looked like Slagter just lost control of the ball. I saw the one defender come up with his arms up, but it looked like the ball went
Aldershot.
Timeout Aldershot. That was David Harvey getting in the throwing lane, maybe just
throw it off,
forcing Slagter to alter his delivery.
This is a huge, huge play in the game right now.
I'm not sure if I agree with what Coach Rick West is doing here. He's bringing the entire defense over to the sideline. I know it's a timeout, but they've got to hustle to the sideline. This drive, they've been on the field for a little bit this drive. They're going to have to hustle back.
And that's a good 40-yard scamper right now, 50-yard.
They're 50 yards from there. If I'm Rick West, I'm going to meet him halfway. Yeah. I'm going to get that defense out there. I'm going to meet him halfway. Now they've got to sprint all the way back. They're going to be tired getting back to line up for the snap. And this is essentially, this is the football game. You've got 2:01 to play here. 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. Aldershot needs a score. If they don't score, Central gets the ball at the 8 or wherever they tackle the Lions if there happens to be a loss.
I think one thing that Coach Burns said, double 15, Badger. Put 2 guys on him, please.
I'll tell you something. In this spot on the field, I'm looking towards number 19, Aaron Smith. He's taller. He's taller than most of the defenders on the field, and he's a hands catcher. He went up and caught the football earlier in the game.
He's looking.
He's got him. Touchdown.
Got him.
good for the touchdown. Aaron Smith, his second of the game. This one an 8-yarder. And we've got a 2-point ball game pending a 2-point convert.
You called it, Adam. Here's Slagter dropping back. Perfect pass, perfect route. Made sure he was in the end zone. Caught the ball in the end zone as well. That's a huge, huge play by Aldershot.
Second touchdown pass of the game for
Timeout.
Slagter. Both of
Aldershot,
them
that's her final
to Aaron
timeout.
Smith. And Aldershot calls their final timeout. They want to talk about this 2-point convert play.
And for Slagter, you can't put in a better spot than that. That was absolutely perfect. Down and away from the defender where only his receiver can catch it. That's exactly what you want out of your quarterback, especially in such a clutch time like that. Now it comes down to the 2-point conversion.
And Aaron Smith showing some basketball skills, sort of boxing out the defender that was over him, not allowing those arms to get through to make a play on the ball, using that big body, catching the football with his hands, making sure he's that just on the goal line. All the ball has to do is break the plane. And it was close. I mean, he barely got in, but he did get in. And we've got a 27-25 football game right now.
I think they're going to go right back to Aaron Smith. Or maybe some trickery here.
Aldershot having a bit of trouble getting lined up. Shotgun formation, split backs. Throws to the back of the end zone for Smith, and he's got it! What a catch!
Game.
What a catch, Aaron Smith! 2-point convert with 1:56 to play in the fourth. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We got a tie football game.
Wow, minute 53 to go. The crowd's going wild. And we just said it. Go back to your big man. Aaron Smith in the back of the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Another perfect pass by Dylan Slagter, quarterback of Aldershot. That's what it comes down to, Adam. When you need your key guys to step up, do they step up at the crucial moments of the game? And in this game, they did. And Coach Aaron Bates is probably so proud of his kids to get themselves back in this game, especially with his stars. Beautiful, beautiful play. Way to keep their composure. And we said it. They were huddled up in the middle of the field. They knew they were getting possession back. They answered right away with a bomb to Badger. And that just started off the drive beautifully.
I love the play call on that 2-point convert. In high school football, you're defending the goal line, especially on a 2-point convert. You're at the 5-yard line or inside, and you want to defend that goal line. You're not defending the back of the end zone, and that's where they went, back of the end zone.
Exactly, especially when the end zone's so big in this high school and Canadian football that you have way more room to run. They double-teamed them. They double-teamed Aaron Smith. It didn't work. He's a big kid, and they threw it up perfect.
Went up and got the football where only he could get it.
But it's not over yet.
It is not over yet. The Trojans have the football at their own 30-yard line, 1:50 to play. They do have a timeout remaining, and they have Ben Simianic.
And I think that's where they're going right now. Ben Simianic can rip off a nice 40-yarder right now, get that field position right back, and we'll see what they got.
Well, he had a 50-yarder earlier in the half. He had a 50-yarder in the third quarter. He's going to lead. And Simianic, fighting, churning those legs for extra yardage, is down right at the 40.
Well, it's not the time to have a cramp.
It's going to be second down, second and inches.
Great blocking. Got up to the second level, pretty much up untouched. Great gang tackling by Aldershot. That's exactly what you want right now. You know where the ball's going. Gathered troops. You need at least 3 guys to take this kid down, Simianic. As long as they're doing that, you should not bust off any big runs.
Second and inches. Guess who? Simianic, but he's wrapped up in the backfield for a loss. Huge stop by the Aldershot Lions defense.
Aaron Smith doing it on offense. Now he's doing it on defense. Huge tackle in the backfield on Simianic. Aaron Smith coming up huge right now, number 19. Here he is, just shooting through the gap. Oh, beautiful. A little bit of help by number 5, Kyle Robinson. Perfect play on defense. That worked out exactly the way the coach drew it up.
Now it's 3rd and 3. Punt formation for the Trojans. The Badger and Riley McAlpine are back to return.